Alright guys, let's try it. You don't want to touch any of this, nothing down in here with your bare hands, unless you know what you're doing. There's a little copper connection here. When you push it down, you'll hear a whistling noise, and then there'll be a little red light down in here that'll come on. When that red light comes on, it's ready and charged. Alright, it's fully charged. Let's try it. This is something you do at your own risk. And it's stuck to the screwdrivers. Let's try that again. Oh, I made the hairs on my fingers stand up. Okay, so I don't have any tabbing wire or any of that stuff here with me right now, but I wanted to try this to see if it would work. When you push this down, it charges a capacitor, and then the capacitor stays charged for a minute, and then these two are the ends of the capacitor that run through the board, and then you touch them both down, and you get a good snap there. Now there's another way you can do this. If you could put this on a switch, you can just hold it down and keep welding. Now the longer you hold it down, the higher the charge is on it. So I wouldn't say charge this thing super high. And you would, let's see if I can get you here. It's an overhead view of this. Right about there. I think it's getting hot enough, but I don't have any tabbing wire here. That's what I call it anyway, to do the experiment, but I'm thinking it's got some potential there. You want to discharge the capacitor, you got to stick a screwdriver in there and touch it. Okay, and then this whole board just pulls right out. See, that's it. Now the capacitor in this is not marked. Imagine that. I'm not familiar with capacitors too much. But that little capacitor packs a wallop. This is the battery. AAA. 1.5 volts. And it's like 1.6 or higher sometimes, but 1.5 is what they put. That goes in there, makes the connection, and then when you push and hold this down, you hold it down, you hear a little, like a whistling noise. That's the capacitor getting charged. And then you let it go, the capacitor's charged, and then you make your, your connection. Take this with a grain of salt. This is a do at your own risk. This thing packs a wallop, and it will shock the shit out of you if you touch any of this stuff while it's charged. So take it apart, discharge the capacitor, this. You know, you can touch anywhere on here. But if you do not discharge that capacitor by touching the leads together with a screwdriver, this board's live, and you'll get the shit knocked out of you, for sure. But there's some potential there, I think. You know, this capacitor charges up. I think it might do a spot weld. In a pinch, if you had to do a spot weld on a cell and you were nowhere where there was any kind of equipment, you could do one of these. I think you could throw one of these together and just go to the store, buy a disposable camera, crack it open, you got everything there. You could use some speaker wire maybe. I'm not sure the resistance though, it might screw up the end result. Tape 2 screwdrivers together, space them apart so that you're on there, not like here and here, and you're in. I just figured I'd show you that. It's not a do-it-yourself video, it's just a check this out. It may work.